You see, this is what I'm talking about. The stream hasn't even been live for 4 minutes, and already we have somebody who's saying my ex reached out and wants to meet up for coffee. Congratulations to you. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. I'm just going to shout out, congratulations. And wow, it's been a while. Hi, everybody. We are back. We are back, and co-starring with me is my dog Data, and I'm expecting him, because I am streaming live, to bark at any time. So I apologize for the eventual barking that's gonna happen. Hi, everybody. Hi, Joe, Eileen, Ali, Tim, Raiden. How is everybody doing today? It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I'll give it that. Life has been keeping me very busy. Yeah, Data gives the best advice. Data's advice is better than me. Hi, Liam. Hi, Rob. Hi, Hidemi. Yanni, how are you? Ark, Tommy. Mina, how are you? Oh, yeah, the book. The book's doing really well. I thank you guys so much for the support. It's been, I mean, the feedback for the book has been just fantastic. And it's been cool, because I am not an author. I guess now that's not true, but I am not trained as an author. I tried to write that book very stream of consciousness, you know. I tried to write it in the way that I talk. But it's doing really well, and I have you guys to thank for that, so thank you so much. So, for those of you that have never been to one of these, here's pretty much how we do it. I know a lot of you have. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. What we do is we have about an hour together. Sometimes I go a little under, sometimes I go a little over, but it's usually right around an hour. And across this next hour, what we'll do is just have you guys ask different questions about relationships, no contact. I always like to say, you know, if somebody already asked the question that you asked, maybe the answer that I give to them applies for yours, for your situation. There will be, as we kind of go on, there will be more and more and more people. So the stream's been up for about 6 minutes now, and there's 90 people here. And so as the stream's up for longer, more and more people will populate. So if you ask a question that I'm not able to get to, do me a favor, leave it as a comment below, and I'll do my, when this is posted as a video, and I'll do my best to get to it. I'm going to try and get to as many questions as possible. I tend to get a little long-winded sometimes. And I'm going to go for questions that I think will help everybody in the chat versus specific questions about people and their particular situation, because that's not going to help many people, you know. And we're trying to knock out and help as many people as we can at the same time, knock out as many situations and have people walking away feeling good about this. So this is my way of giving back. There are features where you can donate to the stream and your question will pop up. If you happen to do that, you know that all your money is not going to me. It is going to a charity. We're doing ASPCA again, which is a charity for animals and animal cruelty. That's a big thing for me. So thank you in advance if you donate. And next month, I think we're going to target more charities that are more towards, you know, like children with cancer. And usually once a month I'll change up what charities we do. We've been a little behind because I haven't streamed in a while, but we're back. And without any more ado, let's jump into some questions here. I picked them at random, by the way, guys. So if you don't get your question picked, I'm not ignoring you. So we'll start with Devin. In early dating, is hanging out once a week preferred to twice a week? I'm going to say there's no easy way to answer a question like that. Oh, see, he's already barking. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come right back to Devin's question. So the question was, is it preferred to date once a week versus twice a week when a relationship is new? And the answer is less is more. Less is more. You want the other person to want to see you, to want to be with you. And yet there's a bit of wiggle room, right? Because when a relationship is brand new, there's this cool thing that takes place called puppy love. Limerence, whatever you want to call it. And basically, no matter what you do, this person will see you as amazing. So the point is that we don't want to dive too deep in. We don't want to get too overly attached too early. I mean, you never want to get overly attached, but you want to slow your roll, basically. So I think once a week is reasonable. Now, that doesn't mean you cannot hang out once a week, more than once a week. It means that you should be setting dates at least once a week. There's a difference. People kind of confuse them and they mince words. Your job is to set a date one time a week. Right? That's it. If they want to set another date and a third date, that's fine. You can go on that. But other than that, you back away and you just continue to focus on yourself and in an effort to not dive deep into the relationship. Rory, please do a hot and cold behavior video. I absolutely will. I'm surprised I haven't already done one, but I will. I know I've covered it before in videos, but I don't think I've done its own video, so you got it. Sarah says, hey Rory, I'm doing the self-work, but I still feel worse. It feels like a depression, no energy for anything, and always sad. Is that normal? Breakup was 6 months ago, no contact since 2 months. So basically, you've been broken up for about 2 months, right? We say 6 months, but the brain doesn't discern things like that. If you break up with somebody and you stay in contact with them, your brain doesn't care about the word boyfriend or girlfriend. It says, oh, I'm still talking to this person. They're still in my life. Cool, I'm still attached. So effectively, the breakup has only taken place in your mind 2 months ago. Logically, you know it to be 6. Emotionally, it's only about 2. So why are you sad? I mean, because the breakup kind of just happened. Think about it that way. Continue focusing on you. Change it up. If it's not working for you, do something different. If the gym is not working for you, go rock climbing. If a counselor is not working for you, at least talk to your friends or talk to a mentor. If, long walks is something you don't have time for, change it up. Maybe just something on the treadmill. There are many different ways that we can have variations on these themes, right? So for some people, they can't do writing journals. They hate them. Written journals, they find them to be boring. They take too long. Fine. Do a computer-typed journal. Do a voice journal. Change it up. Work smarter instead of harder. That's my suggestion there. So Jonelle says, X finally didn't want to get back, but said I love you to me on the day she flew out. We'll probably send you an update on Discord. Yes, please do. Can you talk more about emotional roller coasters after a breakup throughout the day? I can, but I've covered many videos on that. So I think you probably just want to check out those videos, Arthur. Look, I've actually named one that. Emotional roller coaster was one of them. Stages of the Dumper is another one. And we kind of touch upon both. So check out the video called Emotional Roller Coaster. And that's pretty much all you could want to know. Will says, hey Rory, what do you feel like? Oh, what if you feel like I'm done growing? I can't seem to find anything. If you feel like you're done growing, my friend, you are wrong. We are never done growing. It was Michelangelo after he painted the Sistine Chapel that says, I am still growing. I am still learning. Think about that. We are always growing. We are always learning. We're never done. It's a lifelong pursuit. Raiden, thank you for the $1 donation. What do you think about making videos geared specifically for dumpers? I'm a dumpee, but feel as though they didn't get a lot of tailored support. Most stuff is dumpy or neutral. I've done a couple of videos for dumpers, not many. Because dumpers, I mean, if you break up with somebody, you tell them I'm sorry, and I regret it. I own up to what I did, and please take me back. Or I'd like to have you back. You never want to beg, but yeah, for the dumper, it's a much different process than the dumpy, but it's not necessarily a complicated process. For the dumpy, it can get a little complicated. All right, let's get to another one here. Can you do a video about handling an ex you have a child with, or one that's pregnant? Yes, I can. So, the easy answer is if you have an ex that has a child, and it's your child, and you need to remain in the child's life, the conversations should only be about the child. Only about the child. If it's pregnant with your child, then it's sort of the same thing. So that can be a bit more complicated, and it's a good question. And I do understand the sort of the hesitation that comes with it, because they're pregnant with your child. You can't necessarily just back out of their life, right? That's kind of a shitty thing to do. I'm with you. But I think what's important to remember is that your mental and emotional health needs to come first in order for you to be a healthy partner at all. Okay, Popper, thank you for the $1 donation. 25 days no contact. She came finding me at a bar after I posted a selfie. That's good news. She teared up and told me I look good. It's even better news. Last Wednesday, I messaged her, and she didn't want to meet up, but we did. All right, you shouldn't be messaging her. You should not be messaging her. Let her come to you. She misses me and thinks about me, but says it's better alone. She has depression. The depression doesn't really have much to do with this. You should not be pursuing somebody who dumped you. You didn't. You were 25 days no contact. She came looking for you. She teared up. She's complimenting you. She's telling you she misses you. And then you chase after her? Mm-mm. You had proof that no contact was working. Go back to it. Do what's working. Destiny says, any advice for worrying about an ex being with someone else? Yeah, it's a very normal fear, isn't it? Right? A very normal fear to wonder if our partner, our former partner, is with somebody else. What I would say is that if they are with somebody else, at the moment, the best thing that you can do is leave them be, because you're going to give the other person a bit more airtime, right? If you get in their face and get worried about it, they're going to say, well, who are you to tell me any of this? Beyond that, I think you need to accept it as an inevitability that eventually, if you guys don't get back together, your ex is going to be with somebody else. It's important to remember that we don't own them. They are their own people. It hurts, but this is the time where we're building a structure that leads us to a healthy life, and that is the best place to be. If they're going to be with somebody else, that's okay. It's possibly a rebound. It does not mean they're not going to come back, and right now you got bigger fish to fry. Right? I'll put it to you this way. What's worrying about it gonna do? It's gonna make you feel worse. So don't worry about it. Alrighty, thank you for the $1 donation. Kiasha, looks like that name is. My ex and I broke up 1 month ago. 1 month and 2 weeks ago. I started no contact 23 days ago. We bumped into each other at the gym. He approached me and spoke to me. He even smiled and hugged me twice. We had our Snap location on. He switched it off. Help. Okay, switch yours off. Same thing. I mean, you gotta stay in no contact. You gotta focus on you. Chasing, begging, pleading, these things are not how you win an ex back. If he switched his Snap location off, I mean, he has no business knowing where you are anyway, and that's kind of stalky that you were there and he showed up. So I would switch yours off as well. Alrighty, let me get to some more questions here. And I'm just gonna say this again, guys, now that there's 140 of you here. If I don't answer your question, just keep reposting it every minute or so. And I will do my best to get to as many as I can. If I don't get to your question, when this video goes up as a video on YouTube, rather than a live stream, post your comment, post your question. Thank you, Tommy, appreciate it. And yeah, we have a Discord, guys, as well. And I usually go onto the Discord and answer lots of questions there, too. So if somebody from the Discord wants to post a link for other people to log on, that would be great. Discord's free. It's a messaging service. Alrighty, let's see. It's Spooky says, my ex tells me she wants to break up with her boyfriend and that she misses me. Her actions speak differently, though. She also says she thinks she needs time to herself being single. I've been in no contact. Good. Remain being in no contact. Let time dictate what's going to happen next. Because we don't know. Right? Jonelle, thank you for the donation. Hope the doggies get the help they need. Been working on myself, and people, it takes time. I may not be back with my ex, but I'm back with myself. I still get lonely and want her, but we don't need them. Amen. A bloody men. What he said. And thank you for the donation for doggies. Again, the charity is the ASPCA. Alright, what do I think about Corey Wayne's book? I've read a little bit of it. I'm not gonna... I think in order for me to give a good review of it, I think I need to read the whole thing. From what I've saw, listen to me, I can't even speak English. From what I've seen, it was a bit of ass kissing. It's a bit of him just talking about how amazing he is, but maybe I just got to a bad part of the book. As sort of a rule, I agree with Corey Wayne says, I just don't like how he packages it. So he speaks a lot about a bit more. I'll put it to you this way. Corey Wayne knows his base. He knows who listens to his channel, and is typically men. So he aims his content towards men, and as a result can be a bit chauvinistic at times. I don't like that. I try and just tell everybody, hey, attraction's pretty universal. Do these things and your attraction situation will get better. Still, what Corey Wayne says is not wrong. It's just packaged in a way that does not appeal to everybody. That's what I would say. Do I have experience with Craig Kenneth's book? I do not. I don't know anything about his book. What I can say is only what I've heard from other people, and from what other people say is that it's just basically Watch this video, write down your feelings. Watch this video, write down your feelings. But I need to be clear here. I've never read the book. I don't know what's in it. So, I don't, and there's like a lot of them too, right? He came out with several of them. I did a book. I kept it cheap. And maybe I'll do one again one day, but if I ever write a book again, it will be about dating. Not about breakups. It'll be exclusively about dating. So, let me know if you guys want that. All right, Matt, hey, how's it going, dude? Hi, Rory. What, in your experience, are the top 3 most common mistakes you see dumpies make that can be easily avoided? Jealousy, anxiety, insecurity. Those are the top 3. And can you believe it, guys? As soon as I start this live stream, they're chopping a tree down next door. If you guys can hear that, I apologize. I mean, I can't. This is one of the reasons that I stopped live streaming so regularly is because noise. Noise. And we're in the process of taking care of that, but... At any rate, let's see. Let's get to another one here. Jennifer says they are workbooks that he's done. Yeah, workbooks, exactly. I'm a bit more of a fan of like the reading type of book, but everybody's different, right? What works for me might not work for you. Okay, let's get to another question here. John Doe. Hey, Rory, first stream. Welcome. X said in her final words that if I had any questions to contact her. Is she seeking validation? Been near 3 months of strict no contact. I wouldn't contact her. There's no questions you have that can't get answered elsewhere. Is it validation seeking? No, I think that, you know, she's broken up with you and she knows it's going to hurt your feelings. And she's trying to say, hey, if you need me, I'm here. So I think she's trying to be nice, but you don't need. Hey, Rory, are you ever going to return to the Discord voice call? Yeah, I might do it today. Who knows? I like to give back to you guys. All right. Dan, how you been, buddy? Been a while, Rory. Perhaps that's a good thing. I just answered my own question with your voice. The thought occurred to me. What are the reasons cohabitation fail? How do you make cohabitation work? Very simple. Good question. Good question. Cohabitation fails because one person is way too, what's the best, how do I phrase this the best way? You don't do anything. You go home, you stay there all day, right? Your partner wakes up, you're there. They go out to the gym and come back, you're there. They go out and hang out with your friends, they come back, you're there. So cohabitation fails when one of the parties, or maybe both, don't have a life. Both of you need to go get a life separate from each other. Get the hell away from each other. Equal parts distance, equal parts closeness. Let's see. Mary, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Glad you're here. Gus, how's it going, man? In March, my ex contacted me. Hold on, where'd your question go? Here it is. And agreed to meet up and disappeared. She contacted me again 2 weeks ago to tell me she was jealous of a concert I went to. I replied saying it was a good time. Good for you. Good for you. Keep it there. Right? Let her actions speak louder than her words. Let her actions speak louder than her words. She wanted to meet up, then she ghosted you or disappeared or bailed. Fine. That's actions. And we pay more attention to actions. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with Ollie. If an ex tells you they are in love with you, but don't want to be with you, what does this mean? So I love you, but I'm not in love with you, or I love you, but I don't want to be with you, simply means I care about you, but I am not attracted to you. That is usually the 99% of the time, that's what that means, right? I care about you, I care about what happens to you, I care about your emotions and your feelings, but I do not find myself attracted to you in such a way that I want to be with you. It's very, there's a very real duality with that, right? We don't really know what to think when we hear that. Sort of like, so wait, you're telling me you love me, but you don't want to be with me. It's paradoxical. So how can you love me and not want to be with me, right? But there's a difference between loving somebody and being in love with somebody. Love is emotional, but not romantic, right? Oh yeah, here, let me grab that real quick before I forget. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get you a link to the Discord. 100 uses. There we go. All right, right here is a link. I'm posting it, and we're working on a little lag, so you guys will get it in a second, to the Discord. So for those of you who don't know, Discord is a messaging app. It uses text and also voice. You can log on and talk to other people voice to voice or text to text. There's about 700 of my followers on there, and what we do here is basically you can talk to other people who are going through breakups, you can get support from them, and basically we all help each other get through this. From time to time I do log on and interact. Sometimes I do answer questions. It's free. It costs $0, and there's just a bunch of other people who are going through breakups just like you guys are. It definitely is aimed more towards, you know, the younger demographic, but that we have plenty of people who are over, you know, 30 and 40. Some even 50-year-olds are on there as well. So if you'd like to log on, get some support, that'd be great. All right, I did miss Andy. Andy donated 10 euros. He says, "Hi, man. I love this community and will always support this channel. My life has done a 360 since I found you, dating now. Here's a few euros, and everyone here always listened to his wise words." That's very nice of you to say. Thank you, Andy. Hi, Rory. Thanks for the book from Melbourne. You're very welcome. Glad you enjoyed it. All right, we got another donation here. Thank you for the 5 euros. Thoughts on my ex trying to be toxic towards me while being in a rebound. Emphasis on the trying. It is embarrassing, but I can't make out the sense. Your ex is trying to get toxic towards you. I would think that would mean that your ex broke up with you and is mad at you, right? And this is a normal thing that we see whenever we're going through a breakup. It doesn't happen every time, but sometimes, yeah, the dumper dumps you and is mad at you. And you're sort of like, how? You broke up with me. How are you mad at me? What? You broke up with me and are angry with me? Now, if you did something to make your ex angry, like cheating or stealing or abuse of some sort, that's one thing. If you have no idea why they're being toxic, maybe it's that they were communicating something to you during the relationship and you weren't listening or changing it, or maybe your ex is just a toxic, shitty person, right? There's no way to know. But what I would say is just back away. She broke up with you, or sorry, they broke up with you, then you back away. You don't need to be involved in that situation. Oh, what is my thoughts on the Picard TV series? I'm so excited. Oh, man. I'm so excited. So excited. That's another conversation. All right, let's get to some more questions here. Let's see. My ex came back after I begged and pleaded. Told me he still loved me, then changed his mind 4 days after. Said I could hope all I want, but he knows what to do now. Am I done for good? Not necessarily, but we don't want to turn to begging and pleading, right? We don't want to turn to begging and pleading. It doesn't work. And you have an example of that, right? Your ex came back only to say, meh. Twitch stream? No, it's been a while. It's been a while. I will get back into Twitch streaming soon, but it's going to be a bit longer. Shanna, thank you for the $2 donation. All right. There was somebody who... Here it is. Jennifer. Can no contact work to get an ex back again after you give them an ultimatum? Yeah, remember that no contact is for you, right? No contact is for you. Can it work to get your ex back again? It can, but let's not forget that no contact is not a weapon to get your ex back. No contact is for you. And Gus, like I said, the Twitch streaming is basically like... it's like love chat after dark. It's like me 18 plus, right? And we're, you know, having a good time playing video games and making jokes, and it's definitely has nothing to do with breakups. But if you guys like Twitch, I do have a Twitch. It's twitch.tv/HiRory. All right, let's get to another one here. Thanks for the donation, guys. Appreciate it. Give me 1 sec, Tim. I'll get to your question real quick. Let me get to Shanna's real quick. Hi, Rory. It was fast and furious 3 months. Really passionate. In the breakup, said he was immature and doesn't want to grow up. I didn't cry or beg. I said, I hope we could be friends. Did I ruin my chances? No, absolutely not. So your ex broke up with you and said he was immature and that he doesn't want to grow up. You didn't cry or beg. And you said, I hope we can be friends. I mean, you shouldn't be friends with an ex, of course. But I think that it is important for you not to follow through with those actions, right? Don't follow through with those actions. As long as you're not being your ex's friend, you're good. All right. Let's get to Tim's question. Tim said, I fear I never find anyone again. 27 years old, and she broke up with me to be with someone else she was with during our first breakup. She told me I was her soulmate daily. I feel like everything was my fault. Tim, let me put it to you this way, bud. If your ex broke up with you, right? And this is the second time your ex has broken up with you. And both times your ex went back to the same person. That is not your failing, my friend. That is your ex's fault. I'm going to read this again just so I make sure I understand. I fear I never find anyone again. 27 years old, and she broke up with me to be with someone else she was with during our first breakup. She told me I was her soulmate daily. I feel like everything's my fault. No. Should you try and be friends with her? No, dude. She left you for somebody else. This guy accepted friendship and it worked for him. No, this guy waited in the wings for her to be tired of you. Right? Perhaps there was some begging and pleading. Perhaps there was some insecurity, some anxiety. I mean, you have to be careful about stuff like this. But here's what's not going to work. Being your ex's friend, begging, pleading. Now's the time to focus on you. Back away and take care of you. If your ex left you for the same person twice, do not let there be a third time. Read that loud and clear. Okay. Daniel says, hello, Rory. 2 of my exes reached out back to back on the same weekend. Look at that. I do not want them back, but I'm looking forward to the dating videos coming soon. Perhaps with the dating guy. Me and the dating guy were on a Skype call 2 days ago. Yes, it is true. The dating guy and I are working together. But I'm not going to say on what, damn it. I'm not going to say on what. Tim, good for you, man. Good for you. Expand your mind. Focus on your body. Take care of your mental health. Good for you. Don't let there be a third time with this girl. Good for you. All right. Natalia says, my ex's friend just texted me and asked about my life, then just ignored me. Why? Also, if my ex texts me on my birthday if my ex texts me birthday wishes, how should I react? All you got to do is say, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's it. You can follow it up with, how are you? Right? And open up a small dialogue. So Natalia says, why didn't this replay? Hold on. There we go. My ex's friend texted me and asked about my life, then just ignored me. Why? Unfortunately, that's mind reading. It's not really a question I can answer. What I can say is that if your ex texts you, you say thank you, follow it up with how are you? That way you thanked him for the birthday wishes, and now you're opening up the conversation, right? How are you? That's it. And then you just be relaxed and charming and have fun. Wanovsky, I'm good. How are you? Janelle says, going off of Ali's question, if my ex says the same thing, but instead of I love you, but I need to learn to be alone, what does that mean? Does it mean as what it says? Yeah, it means what it says. So I love you, but I am tired of needing another person to be happy, right? All right, here's one says, hi, Rory. My boyfriend and I had a huge fight last week. He suddenly blocked me on WhatsApp and Viber. We are in a long-distance relationship. After 4 days, he then unblocked me, but he hasn't reached out. If you guys are still dating, if you are still together, be the bigger person. If he broke up with you, let him come to you. So in other words, if you guys are still boyfriend and girlfriend, and you are not... Well, if he blocked you, I mean, you should let him come to you anyway, but... It's sometimes these ideas are in conflict, right? Because yes, he blocked you, but if you're still together, be the bigger person, right? Something to work on together. If he broke up with you and blocked you, no way in hell do you reach out. No way. How to behave if you bump into your ex. Would you say hello with a smile? Yeah. Totally fine. Just be relaxed. It's just another person. Guys, we all want to treat our ex like, you know, they're made of gold. They're not. Right? They are not. Their shit stinks too. We are all just people trying to figure it out. If your ex is being mean to you, you simply don't want to accept that behavior, right? And so you smile and you walk away. If you bump into them in public, say, hey, how are you? You know, give them a hug, walk away. That's it. It's just another person. It's an old friend. You know what I mean. I'm not saying be friends with them. I'm saying act like it's an old friend. There's a difference. All right, let's get to another one here. Ollie says, if an ex keeps checking your social media, wears shirts you bought her, and knows you don't want to be friends with her, what could this mean? This is all mind reading. This is big mind reading, Ollie, so I want you to be careful about this. If she's checking your social media, it probably means she wants to know what you're up to. I don't know how you'd know she's wearing shirts you bought her, unless she's using it manipulatively, and unless you're checking her social media too often, which you shouldn't be doing. And if she knows you don't want to be friends, you just got to stick with your stuff, right? You just got to stick with your stuff. That's all you can do. So Celeste says, we've been on and off for a year now. Very toxic. We keep meeting and still intimate, but to him we are over. How do I make things better? Stop meeting with him. Don't beg and plead. Go into no contact. Stop having sex. You should not be having sex with somebody you want back romantically. Should not be doing it. Mm-mm. Don't do it. Not gonna go your way. Classy Andy. My ex wished me a happy birthday. I said thanks. She blocked me after that. Well, par for the course, right, Andy? And everybody, let's give Andy a happy birthday. Happy birthday from the Love Chat community. All right, Brian says, hey, Rory, I was doing okay for 5 months, but yesterday I see my ex drive past me. My heart sank to my ass. I've never heard that. That's funny. Why does this breakup still have so much power over me 5 months later? I've been dating. It's okay. It just means that you need to keep working at it. It's a game of time. I heal when I heal. You heal when you heal. Just make sure that you're assisting that healing. Shen, thank you for that. I appreciate that. So, San Anto says, my ex went back to her ex. Can it be a rebound? Yes. Yes, it can. An ex going back to an ex can be a rebound. It was 2 months ago? 2 weeks ago? Whatever. Happy birthday anyway. I don't think I said happy birthday, so now I did. Happy belated. Ginger says, my ex texted me, I still hate you for breaking my heart after 3 months of no contact. That sounds like some gaslighty shit. If your ex broke up with you, or did you break up with your ex? I mean, that can be a bit different here. So let's hear some context before I say that definitively. Angela, thank you for the $5 donation. My ex and I broke up 3 months ago. He started talking to someone a week after and dating a different one 2 months after the breakup. Is it a rebound? Absolutely. Well, 2 months after the breakup, I would say probably. I'm not going to say absolutely. Probably. Remember, how do we define a rebound? So let me open that up to the floor. I'm going to ask you guys. I'm not even going to define it. Let's see how well you guys have been listening. What is a rebound? We're going to get some interesting answers here. Some are going to be really good. Some are going to be really way off. What is a rebound? What is a rebound relationship? Janelle says, my birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday. What if he reaches out or says happy birthday? Same advice. You say thank you, and then you can ask, how are you? What is a rebound relationship, everybody? I want to hear some answers. Let's see if we can all come to a consensus here, because I have a good answer. A rebound isn't a rebound until that relationship ends. Data says bark, bark, bark. I don't think that's it. Robert says, a rebound is when you use someone else to help ease your suffering through a breakup with a previous partner. Very good. Very, very good. That's one. You're welcome, Janelle. Nightcry says, a rebound... Oh, where'd your comment go? A rebound is when someone gets out of a relationship and quickly jumps into a new one without being emotionally ready. Good answer. Good. A rebound is the use of a person when someone is not ready. Good answer. I like that. Rebound is when the possession of the ball is transferred to the other team. Shut up. Technically correct. D says a rebound relationship is a band-aid not to deal with the pain of a breakup. Right, so think about what we're seeing here. A rebound is a nicotine patch for the heart. So think about what we're seeing here, right? We're getting two main themes coming out of these answers. We're getting a rebound is when somebody's not ready, and a rebound is when somebody's using another person. So let's combine those two things. A rebound is when we are using another person to avoid pain, and we are not emotionally ready to be in a relationship. Seems like a pretty fair definition of a rebound, right? So, good. Glad we came to that. Celeste says, Rory, will no contact work when we have been on and off the past year? Yes. We never try to clean break, so maybe this could help. I hate how we only communicate via email. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It sucks, but it does work. James asks, do dumpers get separation anxiety? Yes, they do, but not right away. Yes, they do, but not right away. Your name is literally the F word, so I'm just going to say Watthew. Which it sounds like that's what you were going for. Watthew. Hey, Rory, I had a business talk with my ex about some things she left at my place. It is pretty useless stuff, but she said, can you please keep it, and I will write back to you and pick it up when I can. Hell no. No, 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 no. This is not the first bank of Watthew. This is her stuff at your house. She broke up with you. Say, come get it, or I'm going to throw it away. Right? That's... No. You're not a bank, dude. You're not a bank. That's disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. No bueno. I'd get rid of it. You gotta give her a chance to come get it, right? We tell her, like, hey, your stuff's here. It's a reminder of you. It's painful. It's kind of stunting my healing. I don't want it here. Please come get it. There's no bank, you know? Charge her interest if she's going to do that. Celeste, you're very welcome. Ash says, my boyfriend just broke up with me after I found out he cheated on me. I'm sorry to hear that you went through that. I still want him back, and I still believe that the relationship can be different. Is there a way to get him back? I think that right now, while this is new, it is going to be important for you to realize that you may be doing yourself a disservice by wanting back somebody who cheated on you and broke up with you. I mean, if it was one or the other, that's one thing. But he cheated on you and broke up with you, and that's something entirely different. If those things were reversed, he broke up with you and then had sex or, you know, fooled around with somebody else, that's one thing. I just want you to consider what you're thinking about here. Is there a way back? There is. No contact, focus on yourself, the usual. I want you to consider if you should have him back. The answer will change a lot between now and then. Alright, Angela, thank you for the $5 donation. How do we know a rebound relationship turned into a serious relationship? He's introducing her to our friends today, and I'm afraid it will last for a long time. Unfortunately, there's no right answer to that. There's no right answer. There's no way for us to know exactly at what point it turns into a serious relationship. And I wish I could give you more guidance there, but there's just no... we just don't have enough data behind it to definitively say. I would say if it lasts longer than 5 months, 6 months, and the family's met, that's probably a good estimation. But even then, that's a guess. Probably a good guess, but still. Tom says, Rory, please get to my question. Tom, you know that's like the #1 way to piss me off here. Tom says, Ex wished happy birthday last month. I asked how she was, which led to small conversation. I asked if she wanted to have a coffee, and she said that she had a lame excuse, and I said, let me know if you change your mind. Thoughts? I think that you did that perfect. Not sure what you're asking. Your ex wished you a happy birthday. Happy birthday for me, too. I asked how she was, led to a small conversation. That means she doesn't want to see you. Rory, what is your take on stoicism? I am a huge proponent of stoicism. I'm a huge stoic. For those of you wanting to learn more or wanting an easy read that has something to do with stoicism, there is a author, Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman, and they wrote a book full of... No, today I was saying happy birthday to you, Tom. I was saying happy birthday to you. Today's not my birthday. They wrote a book called The Daily Stoic, and that's a good sort of like tiptoe into stoicism. It has every day, it's like a 365 book, and every day there's a stoic quote and then a bit about that quote and how we can apply it to our everyday lives. There's also a big, huge book from, it's called Meditations. I believe it's Marcus Aurelius, or is it Seneca? It's one of them. I can't remember off the top of my head, but for those of you getting through a breakup, I'd look up stoicism. It helps me, at least. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it helped a lot. Arnold, thank you. I appreciate the happy birthday. Oh, my birthday's passed. I am a Leo, but my birthday is passed. All right, let's get to some more questions here. Jessica says, so I guess 7 months does mean it's probably gone beyond a rebound. I wonder how often it's successful, past 7 months or a year. We were together a year. That's the problem, is there's just no way to know. I'd love to give you guys definitive answers, but sometimes I open my mouth and I don't have a complete answer, and that makes people more worried. What I would say is, you want to allow yourself to just experience what happens, right? Just let it come as it comes. And don't try and force any sort of bias or context onto it that's not there. Step outside yourself. Take care of yourself. But try not to add extra worry, because we do that a lot. That's actually a big thing that Stoicism deals with, is creating pain that doesn't necessarily exist, because we kind of make it worse. You know what I mean? Lewis Wells. Hi, Rory. 2 months into no contact. Do bisexual partners come back? Yes, bisexual partners come back. All preferences, all gender identities, attraction is attraction is attraction. It's as simple as that. Neediness and insecurity is not attractive, regardless of you know, what gender they identify as or what sexual preference they have. Attraction is universal. And it goes beyond age, and it goes beyond country and ethnicity and religion. Attraction is attraction. So let's get to another one here. Tyler says, is there a higher chance of them reaching out or reconciling if the relationship was long? Yes. Yes, there is a better chance of them wanting to revisit the relationship if the relationship itself was long. Yes. But there's also a better chance if it was short. I mean, it's the science is a little confusing, right? It kind of goes in multiple directions, right? That's sometimes the problem with logic, is multiple things can be logical, right? Opposing statements can be logical. So, yes. But to answer the spirit of the question you were asking, yes. Longer relationships, there's a better chance. Right Side of Life says, should I try to make a future date after a positive family day out with my ex and daughter? Or has she got to make the next move? Probably needy. Yeah, I would let her make the next move, just to be sure. Just to make sure. Right, let's not overplay our hand. The Boring Tiger. How to calm myself down when I see my ex in college. Deep breathing. Right, if we're talking about the second your ex enters your eyesight and you get nervous, slow, deep breathing. Relaxed. Calm. Can you recommend another channel? Yeah, just leave it in chat. What channel is it? I think the chat might not let you, it may not let you post a link. So why don't you type the name here? Dave says, Rory, my girl seems a bit distant lately. Proper action? Back away. Let her come to you. Get busy. Get busy. When they're distant, don't act needy. Don't be insecure. Don't be afraid. It probably has nothing to do with you. Back away. Focus on yourself. Let them come to you at their pace. Right, that's all you gotta do. Attraction is much easier than we make it. We make it this nightmare. It's really not. Ethan says, Rory, we are 19, and she's afraid of only having one relationship her whole life. Advise me to experience new things too. Should I? Hell yeah, do it. You're 19, dude. You are 19. Go live. You're gonna meet 100 more people this year that you didn't already know. Next year, who knows what could happen. The year after that, who knows what could happen. Go experience life. Go make the mistakes. Go try the flavors. See what life has. Too young to be getting in a full-time, committed, long-term relationship. Save that for when you're 24, 25, 26, around there. 19 to 24, go make the mistakes. Go have fun. Lewis says, looking forward to our coaching session next Saturday. You've made my life 1,000. Oh, I get an extra 0% better since the breakup. Slowly getting myself back. Good for you, man. Arnold says, Rory, when will your podcast be up and running? I'm hoping September, October. September, October sounds reasonable for me. Life's going to be busy the next couple of... it's going to be busy the next couple of weeks. So, and I'm going away for a little while. Just for like 4 or 5 days, but it's going to get busy. So, the podcast will probably be released on the Love Chat channel. Patrons will obviously, you know, get first crack at that. And yeah, I'm not going to make a separate YouTube channel for it. I don't see a reason to. I've been thinking about making a separate YouTube channel just to answer random questions. That has nothing to do with the podcast. The podcast will be specifically related to breakups and dating and reconciliation, and we're going to have different people on. The dating guy is going to be on the podcast. Abhishek, yes, we're doing an Audible version. Should be fully recorded by the end of August. I will be doing my own voice on the audiobook. I should hire somebody else. I should hire the dating guy to do it. That'd be funny. What was I going to say? Oh, here we go. Hello, Rory. I've been watching your videos since March. You've helped me so much. Respect you and your work at level 1000. Success story. Got her back. That's what I'm talking about, people. Ahmet, good job, dude. Congratulations to Ahmet. So I'm going to have different people on this podcast. And I am also going to have professionals on this podcast, right? So different behavior analysts. I'm going to have psychiatrists. I'm going to have doctors. I'm going to have therapists. I'm going to have psychotherapists. We're going to really reach out and get some professionals on to talk about different things about breakups and different opinions. Obviously, you guys have like 178 videos of my opinions. So maybe sometimes it would be nice to hear all, a different opinion, but it will be conversations. So I think that it's going to be fun. I'm excited to do it, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Neo says, thank you for the $10 donation. Oh, wait, I got 2 here. Autumn, thank you for your $5 donation. I missed that. I apologize. Neo says, my ex branched into a relationship. She reached out. I ignored. Day after, I apologized, stating I'm not looking for friendship. I only see her as someone special to me. 7-year relationship with the breaks. Well, if your ex monkey branched into a relationship, you just got to give her that time to feel past it. You know what I mean? We can't we can't speed this process up. It only makes them want to dwell in the process longer. The best thing you can do for yourself is to back away. And guys, I know that this is an answer you hear a lot, but just for a second, I want to open this up to the floor. What's the other option? Chasing them? Begging and pleading? You know what I mean? Like, what's the other option? Just want you guys to consider that. And while you guys are typing that down, let me answer this question real quick. Shar, thank you for the $1 donation. Ex of 7 years offered me friendship, but I declined. Says he loves me, still wants me to be in his life, but is confused about what he wants to be. He feels lost and is trying to find his way out. Is this BS? Or is it the grass is greener? It could be the grass is greener for sure. Could be the grass is greener for sure. I would say it's, that means your ex doesn't want you to go off on your own. Right? Your ex doesn't want you to go off on your own. Your ex doesn't want you to date other people. Your ex wants you to stay there and help him get over you. That's what I would say that is. But it could also be the grass is greener. So look at all these answers. We have no contact is the only way. And what else do we have here? No friendship. Go no contact until you do not want them back. Only then are you ready to do what you need for yourself. Told my ex I didn't want to be friends before no contact. See, look at this. No contact, no contact, no contact. Anthony, thank you for the $5 donation. What should I do if I told an ex I don't want to be friends, but she keeps reaching out to me, calling me pet names, but doesn't want to be in a relationship? If she won't listen, block her. You know what I mean? If she won't listen to you saying, look, you reaching out to me is causing me pain. It's causing me physical harm through the anxiety and sort of the physical manifestation of anxiety. You reaching out is stopping me from getting over you. It's continuing me to be hurt. There's totally a better way I could have worded that, but at any rate. And if they continue to reach out, that means they're not listening to you. They don't care. They don't care about what they can do for you. They care about what you can do for them. You block them, because then it becomes toxic. No contact is the way, my friends. It is. 97% of the time, no contact's what you should be doing. Are there instances where you don't do no contact? Yes, there are. But until then, no contact. It is the way. Would the fading affect bias work on ghosters? Yep. Yes, it does. Ian, how you been, brother? Been broken up for a year and in no contact for 6 months. Got email from her today asking if I would like some old books returning that I gave her daughter. Could this be an indirect direct? Ian, because you and I have worked together, I'm going to say leave that one be. You could say, if you want the books back, take care of it. Just treat it as business. Because you're doing well. And let's not go back down that rabbit hole. So, yeah. Because I know your context, yeah, let's consider that just business. Or would you consider a year and a half to be a long relationship? Yeah. Absolutely. I consider long relationships to be like above 5-6 months. After that, it's getting long. That's a long time of your life. If a rebound lasted for almost a year, is it still meaningless? I don't think so. Khaleesi says, my son again. I did the breakup. He took me for granted. My ex is not his father. Should I allow him to see him again? Been 3 months since the breakup. How old is your son? If your son is old enough to know, why don't you ask your son what he thinks, how he feels? Right? Consider his emotions too. Honey says, I saw a missed call on Skype. When I opened my phone, I saw that I was... Wait, I'm not understanding. I saw a missed call on Skype. When I opened my phone, I saw that. I was on no contact, so I didn't reply and texted. Ignored. I'm not really sure. Are you saying that you did reply? You said you were on no contact, so didn't reply. Well, no contact doesn't mean we ignore people. Yeah, I'm not... Can you retype that? I'm not really sure what you're asking. I'm a little confused by that. Yeah, if your son is 13 years old, why don't you ask him how he feels? Ask him what he prefers to happen. 13-year-olds understand breakups. They get it. So, have a conversation with him and see what he wants to do. Because if your son's like, I don't care, man. I don't give a shit. Then you're good. Don't use your son as a means to see your ex, though. It's not going to turn out well if you do that. Alright, let's see here. Ahmet, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Rob says, my ex and I work together, so we see each other often. She says she still loves and misses me, but she's in another relationship now. 2 months after we broke up. It's rough. What should I do? Nothing. Do nothing. You just, in terms of your ex, you leave it be. You take care of you. Now's the time to take care of you. You deserve it. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. You don't owe your ex anything. When am I going back to Twitch? Yeah, you guys are really into the Twitch. I'm glad. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. I'm going to try to do it regularly in September. Because with the love chat getting busier and busier and busier, and then the videos for Patreon, and then the videos for YouTube, and, you know, then the Discord, and then the coachings, it's a whirlwind of stuff. So I try and, you know, do content creation and the coaching and sort of have a life. And Twitch is fun. Trust me, I like sitting around playing video games and talking smack, but sometimes it's hard to find the time. So I'm thinking Twitch will probably be around September. That would be my guess. September, October. Right around the time that the podcast is coming out. Because by that time, the podcast will already be recorded. All right, let's see here. I had a question I wanted to get to. Where was it? Oh, Andy says, in case you didn't spot it, the other channel is Julia Christina Counseling. She's really great just for general positive mindset. Cool. So check that one out. The love chat is filled with broken hearts. I mean, it's also filled with people who are over their ex and who got their ex back. They exist. Believe it or not, people do get their ex back. I know it's such a shocking... What a concept. Hidemi, how are you? What do you do when your ex reaches out with an apology? My ex reached out and apologized for 1/10 of the things he's done to you. It depends on where you're at, right? There's no easy way to answer that question, right? Do you want your ex back? Do you feel that the apology was genuine? It's a big question, and there's no way to answer that without... I think you have to sit and think about what to do next. If your ex has done a lot more stuff to you and apologized for a very, very small minority of it, actions speak louder than words, right? What if she reaches out on my birthday? You say, thank you. How are you? Right? Open up a little dialogue. Vanessa says, I'm glad my ex hasn't come back. He made the right decision to break up. Good for you, Vanessa. Abhishek, so I already answered that. So the audiobook's coming out at the end of August. End of August, early September, you know, first week of September at the latest. I'm already working on it. And, you know, a big part of audiobook production is you got to keep the soundproofing and all that. It's more than just talking into the microphone. There's a lot of editing that goes into it, too. All right, Anthony says, we have hooked up before, and she says she loves me and misses me. I don't understand. She doesn't want to be with me right now, but it's hot and cold. It wouldn't even matter, man. You got to back away and take care of you. You got to let her want you more than you want her. That's part of what's going on here. You have to back away. Stop the chase. The chase has to end. Okay, so Honey says, I saw one day he messaged me his missed call on Skype, I see. I'm on strict no contact, and I saw, but didn't reply back. I didn't reply because earlier, also, he texts once, and if I reply, he vanishes. If he wants, he'll call again, right? Yes. Correct. Yes. Moonwalker Music, thank you for the $2 donation. You said X... I have no idea what this means. Oh, ex-friend requested you on Instagram and Snapchat 5 months after. Ignore long-distance relationship. Sorry, I had to decipher that one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that there's a reason... I don't think that there's a reason to accept. Right? Why go back down that rabbit hole? If you are done in that relationship, let it be done. Let it be done. You don't need it. Right? If your ex really wants you back, you can get a phone call rather than a friend request. All right, this is gonna be the last one I'm gonna answer, and then we're gonna head out for the day. Sahil says, "Hey Rory, ex is also doing no contact so that I can get over her. Does that mean she never wants to reconcile? I think that's how she feels now. There's no way to answer how she'll feel later. But for right now, your job is to let it be. Let it be. Take care of what you have to take care of. Right? If your ex wants you back." Oh, here we go. Look at this. Everybody look at this. Hidemi says, "Rory, my ex just texted me while we were in the live stream. That means we gotta hang on." Moonwalker, what's your next question? We gotta hang on while we answer Hidemi's question. So exciting. Okay. So Zoe, this is probably the first time you're here. If your questions aren't being answered, you just keep repeating them, okay? If I don't answer them, just post them as a comment. Begging me to answer your question is like the worst way for me to answer it. You said, "My boyfriend Don is overseas right now. He just lost his phone and my phone is broken, so we lost contact. His cousin's contact in on my broken phone. Will Don still want to talk to me again? My boyfriend Don is overseas right now. He just lost his phone and my phone is broken. So we lost contact. His cousin's contact in on my broken phone." That... I have no idea what you're asking. Why would your boyfriend not want to talk to you because your phones are broken? Yeah, that's a weird one for me. It's your boyfriend. Why would he not want to contact you? Yeah, there's 100 ways you guys can talk to each other. You guys can go on Skype. You guys can go email. You guys, I mean... Yeah, you can... You'll be okay. That's extreme anxiety if you're worried about that. I would address that. That strikes me as a little weird. Yeah, unless there's part of the story you're not telling us here. Right? Did you guys just break up? Was there just a huge argument? That's sort of like, what else is going on there? You know, is there something behind the veil that we don't know? All right, Moonwalker says, "Is blocking the right thing to do if I want her to think of me?" No, that is manipulative. We do not do manipulation here. Not on this channel. You focus on yourself. You do this the right way. No manipulation. We don't play. We don't play with that. Is it wrong to not respond anymore if our ex deceived us? I would say it is less than ideal to respond to an ex who is deceiving you. Yeah. It depends, guys. Context is important, right? Deception could be something as simple as, "Oh, I told you I was going to go out, and then instead I stayed home." Or a deception could be, "I told you I wasn't seeing anybody, and actually I've cheated on you 1,000 times," right? There's a difference. So context is important, and I think you need to consider context. All right, so I'm not hearing from Hidemi, so I am going to end the stream here. So Hidemi, do me a favor and either email me that situation, what happened, or, I don't know, leave it as a comment. But I'm going to drop the stream here, guys, because I got to get busy. So, glad you're all here. Ralph, looking forward to talking to you, bud. And, as always, if you have any questions that I didn't get a chance to answer, make them known as comments, and we will see you guys next time.